Hi everyone, welcome back. So as promised, today I'm here with a review of Flowers on the Path by Sadhguru. Now after I finished reading this book, the only thought which came to my mind is that few of the concepts in this book are explained so brilliantly in such a crisp language that it becomes very easy and interesting read for everybody. Whereas few of the things in this book are written in such a way that we need to understand, we need to have a deeper level of understanding to grasp those concepts. So yeah, without talking much, let's start the detailed review of this book. In the opening lines, Sadhguru says that we are not healthy when our body is free of diseases. We are healthy when our body, mind and soul are all aligned. I understand that whatever things Sadhguru has passed down in this book are quite generic. But despite that, there's a lot to learn from this book. Through this book, Sadhguru has also laid emphasis on one of the most important lessons of our life, and this is my most favorite part about this book. When Sadhguru says that we are free to do whatever we want to do in our lives, but when we are in a position that we have to face the consequences or repercussions of our actions, whether positive or otherwise, then we must not crib about it. We should be hard-headed to accept our flaws with all the grit and courage. All right, so this was one of my most favorite parts of the novel, where Sadhguru makes the readers understand that how important it is to take command of your own actions, to take command of the repercussions of your own actions. So yeah, in the initial part of this book, Sadhguru puts emphasis on a lot of things, like how we humans are still in a rat race, and in the process we forget to enjoy our lives. So he also advises us to come out of that sheep movement and work in the context of the action. He also highlights the parents' behavioral pattern in order to raise a child. One of the chapters which really stood out for me from this book is when Sadhguru talks about religion, that how religion nowadays is mostly about belonging to a particular group, and how in this process it only spreads conflict, hatred and separation among people. Oh, and the best quote from this book in regards to this reference reads like, right now religion is mostly about belonging to groups. That's all it is doing to people. Religion is an inward step, but if it is only about belonging to this group or that group, it is very unfortunate. That has only brought hatred, conflict and separation among people. The same people who are together today, the moment they identify with their religions, suddenly they separate. Tomorrow they're burning each other's homes. 10 minutes ago they did not even think about such a thing. The moment they get identified to some religious group, they are willing to fight. If they did not belong to these groups, at least they would have no reason to fight. Maybe individuals would fight, but the whole group of people, they would have no reason to fight. Some individuals will fight for some personal reasons, that is different, but this kind of mass accumulation of animal energy wouldn't happen. There is this another chapter in the book called Religion and Republic, which totally made me a fan of Sadhguru. It makes so much sense when Sadhguru says, within quotes, I personally refuse to identify with the borders that divide humanity into political entities called nations. How impactful this line is. Later in the book, he also talks about the importance of yoga, exercise, meditation, and he believes that if we want to have a clean, pure soul, then we must start practicing yoga asanas. In this book, he also talks about the importance of women and how every individual should be grateful to womankind. And he very beautifully puts forth the idea that the very fact that even today we need a specific day to celebrate Women's Day is proof enough that even today in our society women are not given equality, they are not treated with equal rights. Another thing to learn from this book is how our minds perceive things. Sadhguru says that all the impressions which have entered our mind have entered us only through our sense organs, and mind you, sense organs perceive things only in comparison. So if you had not seen darkness, you wouldn't know what light is. Another most practical and straightforward lesson which I took from this book, and this also is one of my most favorite lessons from the book because I have always implemented this thing in my life. Sadhguru emphasizes that if we want to grow, if we want to see growth in our life, then we must accept the things we don't know. You will have to see what comes under your experience, and if something does not fall under your experience, then we must accept it wholeheartedly. There's no shame in accepting something we do not know, because by this way only we are going to learn more and more in life. So we should always be open to change, and we should always try to adapt to the change. Another thing which has gained the most mention in this book is spirituality. Sadhguru says that people have very wrong conception about spirituality. People think that spirituality involves going to mountains, practicing spirituality for years and years and years, leaving everything aside, getting out of your comfort. But no, that's not true. Spirituality can be practiced from everywhere, literally from everywhere, from your office, from your home, from road, literally from everywhere. He has also highlighted on the idea of creator and creation. He says that our idea of creator has only come to us through the creation. So when we hate the creation, that is the things that God has made, then we can never love the creator, that is the God himself. So in order to be in affinity towards the creator, we should grow up, show some humanity towards the creation. And I think this was one of the beautiful messages Sadhguru has conveyed through this beautiful work. Honestly speaking, this 160-page long book has so much to offer to the readers. I mean, the way things have been explained in this book is commendable. Also, to be very honest, there were a lot of things in this book which could have been explained in a detailed fashion, but I'm skipping that because otherwise the video would be too long. So I'm basically telling you all the main pointers which I feel should be highlighted and should be told in front of the camera. If you ask me that why you should pick this book in the first place, then I would list down many reasons for you to choose this book to read. But to be precise, to be crisp, the prime reason I picked this book up was A, because I wanted to read Sadhguru from a very, very long time. B, despite less count of pages, this book will give you ample lessons to hold. Secondly, Sadhguru, whatever Sadhguru has emphasized through his writing in this book are not based on lame grounds, like you know what I mean. They are all based on practical and logical reasonings. Plus, the language of the book is the plus factor. It is very simple, easy. You wouldn't be needing extra efforts to complete this book. You will glide through the pages. The language is extremely, extremely easy. So yeah, if you want to start with Sadhguru, then I would say pick this book up. And yeah, I would rate it 4.5 out of 5. So that's it, guys. That's a wrap for the video, and I hope you liked it. If you did, then please consider liking it, sharing, subscribing, commenting down below if you have any query or suggestions. You can also follow me on my Instagram. I'll provide the IG handle somewhere down here. If you want to get your hands on this book, then I will mention the affiliate link in the description bar below. You can check that out. And yeah, until then, be safe, do well, keep connected, and thank you.